Sam. I'm your social worker today.
Hi, my name's Jillian.
So before we start our session, I'd like to go over confidentiality. Do you have basic knowledge of what that means?
No, not really.
Okay, so basically anything we talk about in the session is going to stay here unless you say you're going to harm yourself or somebody else. Then we'll have to have a conversation about that, and I may have to report it to my supervisor.
Okay.
Alright, do you have any questions?
No, I think that makes sense.
Alright, well if you have any questions later on, you can feel free to ask.
Okay.
So what brings you in today, Jillian?
Well, I've been starting to struggle in school a little bit. I'm in 7th grade now, and I've just been having some issues with just a lot of stress going on. And it's really hard to do things just because I'm so stressed all the time.
So what do you know what stresses you out the most?
I think it's mostly social interactions with other people. I'm kind of struggling to. It just makes me really, really nervous to be around other people.
Okay. Do you have friends at school?
I have a couple close friends, but really only 2 or 3.
Okay. Do you hang out with them a lot, or do you have a lot of classes with them?
We have a couple of classes together, but for the most part, we don't really get to hang out just because we have some after-school activities and a lot of homework.
Okay. So what kind of things are you doing right now that help you with your stress?
Really nothing. There's not. I don't really know how to handle it, I guess.
Right. Are you in any after school activities?
Well, it's not really after school, but I am in band, so that takes up a little time during school where I can get out of a class or two sometimes. And then we do have concerts every so often.
Is that something you like doing?
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
Oh, nice. What instrument do you play?
I play flute.
Awesome. Well, that's great that you have that. That's something that kind of gets you away. It de-stresses you a little bit.
Mhm.
Do you have anything else that kind of does that?
I guess hanging out with my pets at home is helpful, but just 'cause I really like hanging out with them.
Well, that's great. You should definitely spend some time doing that if you have free time. Anything that helps you feel relaxed. We can also talk about some meditation. Have you ever tried any meditation before?
No, isn't that silly stuff that monks do or something?
Some of it is, but there's a lot of different ways you can meditate. Writing down stuff in a journal.
Well, I do a little bit of that. I didn't know that was meditation.
Yeah, if you put down your feelings or what happened that day, kind of get it off your chest so you feel like it's not just sitting inside you. That can be a little relaxing for people. There's also grounding techniques and breathing techniques.
What are those?
So grounding, you can, if you think of 5 things you can see around you, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And that kind of takes some time, and you're focusing on those things, and you kind of let everything around you not bother you as much, and it helps you relax.
Okay, so focusing on different things as opposed to what's stressing me out.
Trying to get your mind off of it.
Okay, that makes sense. I think I can try that.
And there's also breathing techniques, or focusing on your breathing, in for 4 seconds, holding it for 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds, and then holding it another 4 seconds. That's called square breathing.
Okay.
That's also really helpful for calming you down, focusing on counting and just breathing. That really brings you back to home base and helps too.
Okay. I'm not sure I can remember all of this.
Well, we can definitely, I can write some of this down for you to take home in my notes,
Okay.
if that would be helpful before we
Yeah.
end the session. Do you have any other questions about stuff we went over?
No, I think that's it. I think I'm just, if you could write some stuff down, I think that'd be really helpful.
Yeah, right. Well, before you leave, I'll write some stuff down for you, and we can schedule you for another appointment.
Okay.
Next week we can kind of talk about maybe some things you did this week. Maybe you can write down when you were more stressed, and then we can go over what might be causing that,
Okay.
and try and figure out how to prevent it.
Alright.
How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Alright, so we'll get that all written down for you.
Okay. Thank you.